Hello everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods 9. We are back, and boy oh boy oh boy oh, do we have an update to the mod pack. I'm currently on 0.1.11. 0.1.12 exists, but I'm not on it at the moment. But nevertheless, we have Mr. Mekanism himself. Big mod here that adds a lot. Specifically, one thing I'm excited for, adds some good ore processing that's, at least from what I remember, easy to obtain. But as I'm looking here, there are a lot of different visuals, so they've clearly had a spice up in terms of, at the very least, their art. The pipes are looking very cool. They're like labeled now with the lightning bolts and squares and little gas things as well. So that, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff here. I'm not sure what's new in terms of actually new as opposed to just visuals. But hey, we're probably going to be Mekanism it up today, if that's a sentence. On top of that, one thing I noticed, they just sort of slipped it in there. They hit it with Mekanism. We have, what's the best way to type this out? We have the Aether. So we could go to the Aether today if we wanted to. The Aether. It's called the Aether. That is an option. It's apparently on the table. So that's fine. Yeah. Okay. What am I meant to do? On top of that, it has been brought to my attention. I believe we are at 12,000 subscribers. That's a lot of people. So thank you. Thank you guys for being a part of this and helping this channel and community grow. So last episode, what we did was actually very, very cool. As you can see, lots and lots of creepers coming in. Currently, if we're to look at the production rate, if you recall as well last episode, I think it was last episode, we'll just zip over here. We set up this guy here that tells us the rate at which we're generating sand. Or at least he did. The monitor himself appears... Oh no, I need to stand a bit closer, I think. As you can see, we're getting about 25 sand a second. That's the rate at which we're getting. So about 25 sand a second. 27. That's cool. That's a fair amount of sand, you know. That's a decent amount of sand per second. You might tell where this is headed. If we consult the chest here, look at our sand. Okay, 349,000, 350,000. That was 1,000 in what? 1 second, maybe 2 seconds. If we're being generous, 2 seconds. That's a lot of sand. That's a ridiculous amount of sand. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. And the benefit is, right? Let's say we had enough sand. Now, I don't think we do, but obviously we're still trying to get towards that infinite storage part. Oh, you know what? Sand. Oh wait, no. I think. We might be good. Let's consult the. What's the sand? I think we do have enough sand because it's trying to craft spawn eggs. That's the slight problem here. But if we look at sand, I think we've just got enough. We've got over 500,000 total, so we're good on sand. We've got it. So next, let's say, I think I need some redstone. We can go in here. We can search redstone. I can control shift click to order some, and I can order one. And as you can see, it's going to craft 4 witch spawn eggs. And so we'll do that, and we'll give it like a few seconds. What do we see here? And it switches all of the spawners to instead spawn witches, and they'll obviously go in here, and we can obviously consult the redstone up there. And now we're getting a ridiculous amount of redstone as well. Phenomenal. I adore this system. In terms of getting more stuff, it's quite simple, really. We just make more of these horrific platforms. Now, this thing right here, I'm imagining most people shuddering, I think that's the word, just horrified by what they're witnessing. Not because of, the horrific mob grinding, but just the sheer amount of entities we have in the world at once. But it's fine. They have no AI, courtesy of Apotheosis spawners. So it's fine. I don't actually know if it's fine. I don't want to be held liable for the millions of servers that suffer from this monstrosity. But it's awesome. We've got integrated dynamics to obviously switch over the spawn eggs, and we've just got those hooked up to a little crafter over here in this little sorting operation. Which it was brought to my attention that a modular router could probably do this much better than the filtering and whatnot. I guess we didn't do filtering here. Either way, it works. Okay, it works. So this episode, Mr. Mekanism. Mr. and Mrs. Mekanism are at our front door, and they're knocking. So, what does it mean for us? Because obviously, we've got a lot of resources. What can Mekanism possibly do? Well, I had a look through. Obviously, we need a lot of iron to do stuff and things. That's pretty self-explanatory. We have 367,000 iron, roughly. And currently, we're doing this recipe. We're putting it in with an ore hammer, and we're doubling it. Pretty simple stuff. Low effort. You can do it pretty quickly. We can smash that stuff out quite nicely. With Mekanism, we can push it further than 2. Other than Mekanism, when we've looked in the past, you can probably do it. I can almost guarantee you can do it with Greg Tech. The problem is that it's Greg Tech. It's a bit of a nightmare and it's a bit slow, at least until you put the effort in. You might be able to do a bit more with, I don't know, liquid meat. That might be an option. But we've got Mekanism. So, what's the first option? Well, the first option is the enrichment chamber. So if we chuck it into the enrichment chamber, 3 raw iron will give you 4 dust. So you get a little bit more. Just a tiny bit. If we then look at raw iron in the purification chamber, you'll see already, we get 2 clumps. You put the clumps into a crusher, you put the dust into an enrichment chamber, boom, all doubling. Obviously a lot more steps, a lot more effort arguably, but on the flip side, you wouldn't need the ore hammer, so I don't know, you can weigh up those options in your own mind. Now, here's where it gets interesting. We can push it further with this guy here, the chemical injection chamber. Now, these things do need some extra stuff, but we'll cross that bridge later. But with 3 raw iron, we can now get 8 iron shards. So that's more than double. We're more than doubling at this point. So as you can see, we go through here, chuck it in the purification chamber. So you need all the previous machines. You do need them all. And then you get clumps, you get the dust, you're back, boom. You've got your ingots, essentially, because obviously you just smelt that stuff up. Nice. But that's not the final step. I'm clicking tabs. I'm opening things. The next part is this guy here, the chemical dissolution chamber. This is where it gets... it's not too insane, honestly. And it might be more work than is worth it. But we still might do it anyway. So if we put 3 raw iron into this guy, we get 2,000 millibuckets of this dirty iron. That we can clean with water. This is water here. I know it says it's hot chocolate, but I promise you it's water. It's just, any type of water. Anything with the water tag. So if we put this in here, it does a 1-to-1 ratio. So remember, 3 raw iron is giving us 2,000 millibuckets. When we have the clean stuff, 200 of those millibuckets turns into a crystal. So essentially, we would get 10. So we'd get 10 of these crystals from 3 of these iron pieces. So that is more than triple. Right? Because you get the 3, turn that into 6, turn that into 9, and then a little extra one for all your troubles. So more than tripled would get an iron crystal, and you put that through the system, blah, 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 blah. Now, once again, I don't actually know if that's even worth it. Just because of how easy it is to double it. We could spend the time investing in a machine to triple it, right? We could, and I probably will. But I just want to make the point that the time spent to triple it and be able to be fast enough to catch up, we might as well just put a couple more cave creepers. That's what I'm thinking. Once again, it's a dilemma because I guess the question is, what's worth it? What's more worth our time? And I really don't know. But I'll tell you what, I do want to do something with Mekanism today. So whether we work on just making a giant ore processing thing or whether I figure out something else, I'll come back in a second. Okay. I'm going to do it. We're going to begin. We'll see how we go. There's 2 options I have as well, because I realized you can actually process the iron ore. Like, we can chuck this in the system, and, for example, you get 2 dust from the enrichment chamber, straight up. Whereas, obviously, for this guy in the enrichment chamber, you were getting 3 to 4. So, there's a difference. There is a difference, and you do get more out of it. This gives you more than 3 iron ore does. Because we get... Oh, wait, does it? Oh, maybe not. 1,000. 3 iron ore gives you 2,000. Oh, no, because you would have to get 2 of those. 2 of those, 1-to-1. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I think as long as you're mining with fortune, which our quarry is currently mining with fortune, alternatively, a good way to do it would be the mechanical squeezer. Guaranteed 3 per squeezer. 50% chance for extra. Do silk touch quarry. Set up a bunch of squeezes. That's an option. We can do that. Yeah, we'll probably just do it with the ore. I confused myself. So currently, I believe that processing the ore is better, assuming you use that squeezer or at the very least fortune. Okay, so let's begin. How do we begin? Well, we need recipes. We need to set everything up and get ready. So a few things we're likely going to be using. One will be the enrichment chamber, obviously. But in order to make that guy, I believe what we need is an infuser. Assuming it's still in the mod pack. Yeah. A metallurgic infuser. So we're going to add this pattern. We don't need it to be exact. It can relax a little bit. Do we have furnaces auto-crafted? We have a lot of furnaces. We don't need to worry about the furnaces. Okay. On top of that, we're going to need osmium. Now, there's a chance. Yeah, I was going to say, there's a chance we already have osmium because all the ores added it. They added their own version of osmium. That's their own. It's from all the ores, which means we were mining this before Mekanism was even in the pack, which is awesome. There's some in the nether, as you can see, some in the deep slate, and then I think you just find some normally. Cool. So we just need to smelt this up. So that should be an easy pattern as well. We just want to say, hey, do we want to double it? We've got a lot. I think we will double it with the ore hammer just to be on the safe side. So how do we do that? I'm going to bookmark you, and we're just going to do a classic processing of saying, hey, 1 of you equals 2 of that. And we'll add that recipe. Beautiful. I'll add that later. As for the smelting, that is going to be smelting up the dust. Nice and simple ingredient. Chuck that in our netherite smelter, and that should be good. You can have normal crafting recipe. I will add this guy to our hammer guy. This is hammer guy, right? Yeah. Currently he's hammer guy. And he's now going to be the hammer guy. Oh, no, that's fine. Hold on. Yeah. He's going to be hammer guy for that recipe. He's going to do that. And that should be fine. I should be able to chuck this in there. Search osmium. Order about 1,000 of them. And he should be able to do that. Survey says, yeah, cool. Obviously, you know, he'd definitely benefit from the platinum ore hammer, but he's still pretty fast. That's not the end of the world. Cool. Nice. How are we doing? 1,000. Beautiful. On top of that, I can ideally search infuser, and we can order a metallurgic infuser. Excellent. Nice and simple. We crafted him quick. We've got him. Wonderful. Now, this guy, I mean, we could probably have him in the base for now. Realistically, we do want to have this guy doing his own thing. We probably do want to upgrade him to a factory. We're going to have to automate everything. I almost want to do my own little mechanism area, but I'll tell you what, I have bigger visions for all of this. So I don't know what the plan is. We've jumped in pretty deep here. My plans are pretty. I don't want to let you guys know because we're probably gonna fail, or at least in my mind, the goal will fail. But I just want to at least get some stuff automated so that we can do some big projects. That's the plan. Do I want to just add it over here? It feels lame adding mechanism stuff over here because it's like, this is just simple stuff that we're automating. I want to have a proper mechanism place. Maybe this can be my mechanism place. Nice little place over the hill. I'll clean up these trees, turn on our magnet, and and we'll see what we can do. All right, so there we go. Let's clean that up. Beautiful. Everything's nice. Okay, I'll bring the network over, and I'll meet you guys back here. How does that sound? I reckon that sounds wonderful. Alrighty, so the network's here. We'll bring the cables through the floor, and we'll obviously tidy it up later with covers and whatnot. First off, I should probably tell you guys how he works. So he's a metallurgic infuser. He'll infuse your metals with stuff. So for example, the first thing that we need for the enrichment chamber are these guys here, basic control circuits. They're going to cost us some redstone, 20 millibuckets worth, and some osmium ingots. So there's a few things that we can do. First off, I'll just show you how it works. We'll grab out some redstone. We chuck in our osmium ingot. If we chuck in 1 redstone dust, it is worth 10 millibuckets. So we chuck in 2, that's 20, and this guy begins. Now, he obviously needs power. Currently, he's getting power from us, just like when he was in our inventory. We can put an ender gate on there, or probably actually place it, I don't know, on the back, I guess. We'll do interactions on the front. He's powered, and there we go. Basic control circuit. Now, there is a questline for Mekanism. I may just need to grab some osmium to sort of kick that off. And we actually might redeem some of these rewards, because I'm sure it'll help us out a bit. If you're new, I'd definitely suggest reading all this stuff. There's reactors and stuff that you can get into. It looks like, depending on where you go, it'll unlock the real complicated stuff. Like, this is the path to reactors, as it says. Down here is just talking about the ores a bit more. Mechanism advanced. Oh, yeah, here's the other end. Oh, can I zoom out? Oh, this is a cool page. I like the little visuals here. there's there's a lot going on. All right. Anyhow, we'll stick with what we're doing. So we're currently working through Mekanism. We've gotten our osmium, cool, and it wants us to do like some heat generators and stuff. As you can see here, it will tick off the things that we're doing so that if in the future we want to come back and complete the quest, we just have to do the one, and it'll be like, you've already done the rest. So we can do our own thing. We're not restricted to following the rules. But yeah, that's how it works. There's obviously an option to dump. There's configs. So for example, we can decide what side does what. Oh, they've done it. Honestly, like the Mekanism interface was already pretty good. Or at least in my opinion, it was pretty good. I never really had... sometimes you have problems with it a little bit, but this is awesome. So it will tell you what's on what side. So you can see the bottom side is connected to a grass block. The back side is connected to our ender gate. How cool is that? That is really cool. Sorry. Honestly, I've used Mekanism quite a few times, and it's really awesome to see something new. These buttons as well are a lot bigger than they were. I'm pretty sure they used to be a lot smaller, so I don't know. That's fun. We can shift click, and that will make them do nothing essentially. So each side isn't selected. But as you can see, if we left click, we can set the front to be input, output, input or output, energy or extra. Now in the past, the energy side hasn't really mattered. So for example, I think it'll still accept energy even though I've said not specifically to accept energy. So that should still be fine. You don't have to worry about that. Or at least we'll find out later, I guess. What I'll do next is I will place the crafter below, ideally facing up. So we'll do that. There we go. As for the wrenches, I despise the refined storage wrenches. The refined storage wrenches would benefit from some sort of UI. As in, like, if I hovered over it and I right-clicked with the wrench and it, like, gave me an interface almost like this, where I could say, like, face up. You know what I mean? That would be phenomenal. Instead, you just got to cycle through and it only goes in one direction as far as I know. Horrible. Anyway, that's me being a little bit wee-wee-wah-wah. We get a little bit of that each episode. Let's go ahead and grab a pattern grid. You know what? Let's go ahead and automate pattern grids, because there's been a few different times where I've wanted to do that around the base, like just place a pattern grid, but we just haven't had the stuff. And we should. Like, we can afford the stuff. We can do it. Let's do exact so it uses the right glass. Boom, boom, boom. Pattern grid. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. I am excited. I do love Mekanism. It's almost like a safe space. You know what I mean? It's like, you sort of know what to expect. You know it's going to be good. There's a lot packed into it. It's a proper investment. Like, time well spent, to say the least. All right. You know what? Let's place this up here. There we go. I like that. This is our nice little pattern grid. We're going to grab pattern. We're going to two-way this. There we go. That's nice. Patterns. What's happening here? These are our patterns. Let's grab like 2 stacks of them. That should be good. Awesome. And we're good to go. Okay. So, first things first. This guy here. Let's get the basic control circuit automated. Now, we could place redstone in there, and the redstone will give us 20 millibuckets. So if I click this, yeah, that's fine. All I would have to do is add 2 redstone into this recipe, and then we'll place the osmium, the 2 redstone, and we'll get our reward back. That is one option. Option number 2 is that we start already making our recipes be a little bit more efficient. So for example, if we cycle through the top here, we should find a mechanism tab here. Item to infuse type. So redstone dust gives you 10 millibuckets of redstone. If we left click on that, we can see all the different things that gives you redstone. So for example, a block of redstone gives you 9 times that single redstone, so you get 90 millibuckets. And enriched redstone gives you 80 millibuckets. So 1 enriched gives you 80 millibuckets. An enriched redstone is a single redstone in an enrichment chamber. So that's an insane value. 8 times your value on redstone. Now, in the early days of the pack, or of the mod, you've probably got enough redstone. It's not a problem. But later on, you want to be sort of you want to be as efficient as you can, because, I mean, that's half the fun, right? So that's probably what we'll do. But obviously, I've realized now we don't have an enrichment chamber, so we might just manually craft an enrichment chamber and then set up the automation from there. So that's fine. We'll leave the pattern for now. We'll get back to it later. This enrichment chamber, what do I need? I need 2 control circuits and then a steel casing. So we'll go ahead and make another one of those. So a little bit of osmium and redstone, chuck it in here. We'll also be able to see, yeah, it's still charging even though we obviously don't have that energy properly configured. So that's all good. We're also probably going to want to move the crafter. We'll see. There's a lot of possibilities that it's all flooding back to me. So we're good. We'll mess around with this. Steel casing. It costs steel. It costs osmium. You can make steel using Mekanism. You would need to make steel dust. To make that, what you could do is you could put charcoal or coal dust or enriched coal or coal into this metallurgic infuser with enriched iron. Enriched iron is iron once again with that coal. So essentially, 2 coal will give you a steel from Mekanism. But obviously, we've got our steel through different means, whatever it was. And there we go. Steel casing. Cool. So we now have an enrichment chamber. So this guy is going to go here. Cool. I may actually just move this crafter next to it because I think we're already going to get more value out of him. And what we're going to do is add some recipes. So I would like redstone equals enriched redstone. Honestly, pretty much any enriched recipe I want. So all of these ones here, we may as well. They're always going to be worth a while. Or at least I assume they will. You could probably look it up if you wanted to, but I'm just going to take their word for it. Okay, so every single possibility, I'm gonna at least have us be able to do it. Is that what I'm doing? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I'm a little bit confused, but I think we're doing the right thing. Enriched tin. Sure. We'll get them. Why not? While we're here. We don't need... no, we don't need enriched iron. Are these all what I want? I think so. Yeah, that... enrichment chamber. Enrichment chamber. Yeah, okay. I guess some of them have quests. Some of them don't. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. All's good. We're all good. It's just the iron that obviously uses the different guy. Alright, we're awesome. So, I can add all of these in there. We're good to go. We will grab that crafter that I just picked up. And I think we'll have to move it, but once again, I'll give it a try. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. We'll try to put this to work. So, I obviously want this guy here. Now, currently, 2 redstone would equal 1 osmium. I'm wanting to put in the equivalent of 8 redstone. So that's going to be the equivalent of 4 ingots and the equivalent of 4 enriched or 4 control circuits. So we're just sort of going to have to alter our recipes to make up for that. But that should be fine. Obviously, in the early days again, this guy's not running that fast, so it's going to be a little tedious, but it does pay off. Whether you want to do it in the short term, you'll probably end up changing in the long term. So I don't know if I'm just sort of... I'm either saying things for the sake of saying things in terms of you guys don't care what I'm saying, or you already know, or I don't know. Listen, you clicked on the video. This is on you. Now, to be fair, I probably lured you in with a pretty enticing thumbnail and title, but hey, I'm sorry. You saw that it was about an hour long. That's on you. That's it. I'm 33 minutes in. I don't feel like I'm 33 minutes in. This might be a long episode. I'm sorry, guys. We're in. You know what? I wanted to make 12,000 blocks, as in like I wanted to set up ore processing with 12,000 total. So like 240 purification chambers, 240 crushers, that sort of thing, in celebration of the subscribers. That's not happening this episode. That's going to be a project, okay? If we even bother, but it's fine. Okay, we've got 2 machines where we are. Hold on. How do you do the math there? How do you figure it? We're on our way. That's what I'm trying to say. We're almost there. Okay, so bear with me. This guy is now powered. Cool. He's ready. So let's work on the interfaces. So we've got a crafter here at the bottom. I will need an importer. So I'm going to grab 10 ultra importers. We'll get those crafted. And we'll have the importer on the front. We'll probably set up some covers later, but at the moment, we want him to take out everything, so he's fine as he is. The enrichment chamber, we want to set him up. So once again, we'll just clear all the sides. We are going to have the bottom be an input, so that'll be red, and we want the front to be an output. There we go. And we'll set this guy up. We don't need to do auto eject because he'll just pull the stuff anyway, but if you clicked auto eject, he'll push stuff into the inventory. So if we just had a chest, he'd push the items into a chest without the need for piping or anything. So if you had him hooked up to, say, if you were using applied energistics and interface, he'd just push it in. Problem solved. So applied energistics would let you input the recipe and receive it at the same time. I think pattern providers can do that. I know they've changed. Maybe they can't anymore. I don't know, but you get the idea. All right, let's grab all these importers. So you'll go there. So that's cool. That'll work. We can obviously go in here. I can search enriched redstone. I can order one. The item will go in there. It will process. It's powered. All that's good. By the way, you can put speed upgrades in here. You can upgrade the machine itself to have multiple slots. There, you can do a lot with Mekanism. It's so much fun. Cool, that worked. We've got it. So now, this guy. Let's go ahead and search basic. And we'll order a basic control circuit. Let's see if this works. Currently it doesn't. We haven't hooked this guy up properly. So I'm going to clear all the sides. They're already cleared. I know what I'm doing. If I set the bottom to be an input, nothing happens. The recipe's in here. We've ordered it. It's still trying to push it. I could, if I wanted to, grab a crafting monitor just to prove to you guys, just so that we're all on the same page. Order that stuff. Get that crafted. Crafting monitor. Hook this guy up here. As you can see, he's ordered it. He's on it. Oh, why didn't you work? That should have worked. That's fine. But as you can see, he's trying to get it, but he's saying, hey, I can't accept it. Because we're trying to put 2 items in here into 2 different slots. We can try. It's possible that if I change it to input/output, that'll work. Nope. Energy doesn't work. Extra doesn't work. None of these are working. What does that mean? Well, it means we have to have a buffer chest. We have to have a chest in between. And then using that chest, we have to do a little bit of trickery. Now, in terms of trickery, I mean we have to input one item to the bottom and a different item to either the side or the back, because we need to access 2 sides to do the yellow side and the red side. Now, how do we want to do that? Phenomenal question. Honestly, you guys, full of great questions today. I recall in the past, conduits being good for that. As in good old-fashioned Ender IO item conduits. Now, these guys need pulsating alloys, which I apparently don't have auto-crafted, which sounds like a bunch of baloney to me, but I'll have a look. Do we not have... We've got nothing over here, do we? I should have grabbed the pattern while I was there. That's fine. Remain calm. Everything's A-okay. Pulsating alloy. I swear we've got this. Ender pearl and iron. We'll add the recipe. Ender pearl and iron. I'm sure we've got this. I must have... Maybe I, pulled the recipe out and didn't put it back in. Ender pearl and energetic alloy. And then... Okay. And then this guy uses iron as well. So I will place it here. You're going to put iron ingots in. And you're going to put ender pearls in. I think it'll just work. It might mess up now that we've got 2 recipes that need the same thing, but I should be able to order 10 of these. And it should do it. What? Yeah. Okay. Well, it didn't. So it didn't. That's the problem, but that's fine. We're going to take that out. We're going to take that out. We're going to put that in. That's going to work. We're going to put 2 in there. We're going to put 1 there. We're going to put 1 there. Okay. It's fine. As long as I don't order those ever again. Oh, it's already... Oh, you need to stop. Hold on. Hold on. I need to take you out. I need to take you out. I need to take you out. And I need to just fix this. Sorry. I swear the system normally works. Guys, I promise. I'm telling you. What do I need? Oh, God. Honestly, let's just put everything back in the system. Hold on. I'm making things harder than it needs to be. Place that there. Place that there. You have 22. You have 22. You have 22. Awesome. Place you there. Place you there. Place you there. Are we all good? Equal amounts in all? Yes. Okay. Pretend I wasn't here. Alright, we've got our pulsating doohickeys. Let's go ahead and turn those into nuggets. There we go. Let's search conduits. We obviously would like our item conduit. What do we have? Dense ME conduit. Yeah, cool. So I'm going to grab one of these and we'll give this a shot. I'm not sure if these good for what we're trying to do, but once again, may as well try. So chances are what we want here is a crafter going into a chest that is there. Now, entangled blocks are perfect for Mekanism, but we'll try to do it the good old-fashioned way for now. So if I place a conduit here, what does it do? It connects to the side. It doesn't connect to the bottom. I'm going to have the bottom be an input. I'm going to have the left be an input as well for the extras. Okay? And then what can I do with this? Am I able to tell this guy to sneaky? Is that an option? It doesn't look like it. If I wanted to insert, that doesn't help. Redstone channel, self-feed. This guy doesn't do what I want to do. Let me show you what does. I'll tell you what, I know exactly what we need. We need a laser from Laser.io. We need one of these laser nodes. Laser.io could do something really cool. I don't know if other mods can do it. If they can, please do let me know, because I do love this feature. I just don't really know what else can do it. Oh, I know. I know. I know what can do it. You guys know what can do it. You were hoping. Each and every one of you were like pleading to your monitor. You're like, please. You know it's within you. You have the strength. They call it the modular router. This guy can do it, can't he? You know he can. Yeah, there's no point even pretending. Oh, you guys are so happy with me right now. I can already tell. You're welcome. You're welcome. You thought I wouldn't do it? And I did it. I did it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a sender module. I think what we can do, I feel like a distributor. I've heard of that module. Now listen, I'm not great with this guy here, but I think this is what we want. Distributor. Distribution strategy. Do you reckon this guy can pull? Or do you reckon he only pushes? Because otherwise, like, I can just grab a puller module and a sender module. Pretty simple stuff, right? He gets the job done. A puller module and a sender module. But I think I'll give this distributor a shot. We'll give him a whirl. We'll see what he does. How does that sound? Are we happy with that? I'll give him... listen, I'm aware that he might not work. No, I think he needs items piped into him. I'm going to do a puller and a sender. I don't know. I hyped myself up, and yet here we are. Okay, we're going to get a puller module. I'm going to upgrade him into a puller module Mark II. Okay. I'm going to pull a module from you. Okay. Let's open him up. That's good. Take every item and place them in there. We are then going to get 2 sender modules, potentially. And they are both going to send into that guy, right? Then what? What do I do? I don't know what to do. Can you just send? Is he just going to be able to send? I don't know if he's going to be able to send. All right, let's place the recipe there. I can't even open this chest. Hold on. Let's make that a barrel so that I can open it. Barrel, please. Thank you. Cool. I'm going to assume it's linked. Yeah, it's linked to the coordinates. He says, it's fine. There we go. Just to make us feel better, it says barrel now. Okay, so we got these 2. Yeah. Okay. All right. Everyone's okay. Let's search for this guy. Let's paste in this recipe. Grab you. I'm gonna grab 2 redstone. What happens if I chuck this here? So he's got 1 in there. He's ready. He wants the item. The problem is he's unable to receive the item. Okay. So what do we do with this information? I need to tell this guy what side to push the items onto. So, for example, if I shift click that, continue match any, ignoring BT, tag matching, match item, blacklist. Okay. All right. It's not that guy. I know we've got this. We've obviously got the. I'll make a distributor because there must be a way to do it. Okay. I have faith in the thing. Hold on. What can we? What's happening? Hold on. I'm freaking out here. Let's go automate this stuff because once again, kind of silly that we don't have them automated yet. I do apologize. We've started using them a lot more than I thought we would. It's time, okay? I'm sorry. Let's just automate it. Boom, boom, boom. Gold nugget. Yep, that's how you craft it. Wonderful. Then you make a Mark II. Wonderful. We'll just do that recipe. And then you make a distributor. Cool. We good? Everyone's happy? I go in here and I order a distributor and you make me one. Brilliant. Okay, I was a little bit worried that you wouldn't. So this guy, what can you do? Transfer out of router. Transfer into router. Distribute randomly. Nearest first, furthest first, round robin. Okay, neither of you are specifying a side. Is that what's meant to be in this box here, maybe? Let's have a look. Let's see what we can do here. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. So I've selected. Oh. Hold on. Huh. These sides aren't set up to input. You see that? Notice how it says west? If I set this guy to input from the top, check this. And he says up. Yes! We've done it. We've cracked the case. We've cracked it. Okay, so this guy here, this guy says west as well. He does say west. Interesting. I think he's fine. I think he can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell this guy, hey, by the way, you can input from the top, input from the left. So we've got one of these guys on the west, and the other guy is going to be on the up. We chuck both of these in here. Bada bing, bada boom. Bob's your uncle. He's related to you. He's a blood relative. All right, we chuck this in. Everything's fast. We've done it. We've simply done it. We didn't even need the distributor. I cracked the case. Now, this guy will need to be told that he can output from the front. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. That's it. That's it. We've done it. That's all she wrote. We've got a modular router. He's super fast. Now, lasers can do that. I just want to make that known. Lasers can do it if you wanted to. They're pretty cool. Oh, advanced laser connector. Do you reckon he's got extra range? What do we have here? Card holder, card cloner. That's cool. I like laser AO. My one problem with it, personally, was the laser node was too big. It takes up a full block. Whereas I'd love to be able to just sort of like, I still want it to take up a full block, but I want it to be small so that I could just like slap it on the roof. You know what I mean? And have it not look so bulky. Or slap it on the front. That's usually what I like to do with like the ender gates. They take up such a small little gap that you can walk through them. And so you can just slap them on the front. If you could do that with the laser nodes, it'd be awesome. I do want to check because, to be fair, I haven't used them in a while. Like, let me show off. I just want to show this off real quick. Laser connectors, they're somewhat small. You can walk in front of them. Laser nodes, massive. Too big. Too big. Even if, dude, if it cost me a nether star to do it, it'd be worth it. I've got nether stars. I'm far enough in the game that surely that's a viable. Surely I can do that. All right. Anyway. Remain calm. Okay, so this system works. Awesome. I don't even have to specify items. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. So, what do we want to do now? Okay, so we've got enrichment chamber. Let's have a look at what we need to do in order to make the upgrades. That's an important one as well. These are used in pretty much every machine, and they're awesome. So, we've got a few upgrades. We've got speed upgrades that we'll need in almost every machine. Energy upgrades we'll need in every machine. There's filters that we don't really need, mufflers, and gas upgrades. Now, gas upgrades you'll need eventually. They make it more efficient, like your gas machines. The muffling will lower the noise. We can cheat a bit by using our own muffling choice, so we'll probably just do that instead. And then the filter upgrades, obviously, for filtering. So, we would like speed upgrades and energy upgrades. They obviously make it faster and more efficient, respectively. Cool. Now, some of these need osmium dust. Some of these need gold dust, both of which we have automated already. And then they need these guys, infused alloys. So these are made in a metallurgic infuser. They use 10 millibuckets and 1 iron ingot. So that recipe there is quite simple. We just need to tell this guy, hey, you're actually going to be making 8 iron ingots, and you'll be using an enriched redstone. Beautiful. Oh, And by the way, you'll be making 8. Awesome. So we'll add that. Oh, I'm so happy. The only problem I have is this guy being in an awkward spot for automation. Do we invest the time? What if I just add every enrichment recipe? Or every infusing recipe? Is that better? I think that's better. I'm going to do that. Because otherwise I have to open this guy up every time. So I think we'll do that. Now there's 9 pages of this stuff. We're not going to be using all of it. The important ones I will bookmark. So reinforced alloy, we'll be using that later on. We will be using a Hulfram later, but we'll, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I pronounce it. A Hulfram. We'll be using that at some point, but we don't need to automate it. The infused alloy we've got. Rose quartz, that's a pretty neat recipe for rose quartz. We're just going to automate it. Why not? That'll help us out if we ever jump into that. Atomic alloy we will need. That's an important one as well. Oh, look at this. A recipe for Nelium. Steel we're going to ignore. That we've already got, the basic control circuit. Refined obsidian, that is a recipe as well that we will require. Bronze doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. The netherite, you can do it, but it's not worth it. You just save a bit of gold. So yeah, I'm happy with those recipes. Cool. I'm going to go through here and add them. So once again, we are going to have to do a little bit of math, knowing that, like, this guy, for example, uses 20 diamonds. And to get this stuff, an enriched diamond gives you 80. So we'll be making 4 of those. If you're following my little game I'm playing here. I think, right? I think so. And yeah, 1... Huh? What? What? Is that the recipe? No, this is the recipe. What was that? Okay. You're going to be 4, and you're going to be an enriched diamond. Right? And 4 of you? I think so. I'll do most of this off camera. Actually, no, I'll do it on camera, because I guess it is helpful. I've confused myself. This gets you 80, and 20 of it gives you 1. So yeah, we get 4 of them. Cool. So that recipe, good to go. Alright, I'll remove them when we've got them. Next up, rose quartz. Oh, you can just craft rose quartz? Oh, and it's 8 for 1 anyway, so we don't even gain anything. Yeah, we'll just leave that then. We'll just craft it the good old-fashioned way. Oh, wait, no, hold on. But then that goes in an enrichment chamber. That's the recipe I wanted. That's the better recipe. There we go. So I'll remove that. That's instead of sandpapering it, so chuck that in there. That's well worth it. Is that good? Yeah, it's good. Okay, next up is atomic alloy. So this guy, same sort of thing. Refined obsidian and reinforced alloy gives you an atomic alloy. So we'll add this in. So it's sitting there. And then what are we looking at? So 40 millibuckets we require. And from an enriched obsidian, we get 80. So this guy will be making 2. There we go. He will be getting an enriched obsidian. Awesome. So that will go there as well. Next on the list is refined obsidian dust. This guy here is in the metallurgic infuser. And that will be this recipe here. So we'll chuck that in. And once again, how much does he need? So he needs 10 millibuckets. And this guy gives you 80. Was that correct? Yeah. So you'll be making 8. And I just remember to place the guy in there. So 8 of you, enriched you. Cool. I think all those are good. I think we've got 2 ingredients in each. Awesome. So if I add these in, I believe we're good to go. We don't have to worry about opening this crafter up ever again. Unless we're upgrading it to netherite or something. Cool. Nice. Okay. So what else do we need? So in terms of the speed upgrade, we've got everything automated. How cool is that? We'll set exact so it uses the clear glass and none of our tinted glass. We'll do the same for the energy upgrade. And we are good to go. Now, I could place the recipe in those crafters, but I'll try to keep my actual crafting recipes over here. I know we've got a few sprinkled around, but that's fine. So the next thing I'll do is I will search upgrades. And I will order 2 of each for now. Just to sort of like get us started. And I'll keep doing 2 of each because the machines are a little bit slow. So I don't want to like, you know, fill one machine with a crazy amount of upgrades and then have the other machine be like slackened. So we'll do one at a time. Because, yeah, I mean, like this is a ridiculous... Oh, yeah, I'm ordering a ridiculous amount of stuff. For whatever reason. Okay. Oh, actually, hold on. I have a time in a bottle. And we've got 15 hours worth of accrued time. So what I can do is, as you can see, this is the speed, this is the power. I can times it by 2. So now it's twice as fast. I can times it by 4. Now it's 4 times as fast. I can times it by 8. Now this is using some of my time up. But I mean, hey, we're going to be upgrading this guy anyway, so we might as well use some time. 16 times? Sounds good to me. What's that? 32 times? Don't mind if I do. Is it going to order more stuff? No. Okay, well that's fine. I guess while we're here, let's order 2 more of each. Make use of some of these little speedy things. Oh, it's already got it. Can I get 4 more of each? Currently I can. All right, so let's grab 4 of each. Now to put these upgrades in, you can open it up, click the upgrade slot, and you can place them in like this. And as you can see, it will place them in. Cool. Pretty self-explanatory. You can click uninstall after you click on one, and it will remove one at a time, and you just place them back in. No loss. If you click on it, it tells you what you're doing. So the speed upgrades are 1.78 times the speed of the guy. If you take one out, it's 1.33. So as you can see, you get a little bit more each time. You get quite a bit more. Cool. And you can obviously watch some of the stuff. So for example, like how much power you're using versus if I take both of these out, how much power you're using. So from 63 forge energy per tick to 33 forge energy per tick. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Or you can just shift right click them in and you don't have to wait for the little loading screen and they go in there just the same. Awesome. So we shall continue. Now 4, and then I think we've got 4 more of that stuff. So this guy, obviously at the moment, he's the main user at the moment. So I'll chuck in 4 more. And as you can see, he's going quite a bit faster. Now, we still, oh, sorry, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. We still have 2 more slots. You can put 8 of each of these upgrades in here. And as you can see, currently we are at 5.62 times. If I grab 2 more speed upgrades, I'll chuck the energy upgrades in there as well. And I'll order 2 more energy upgrades just to, you know, top this guy off. We'll be able to see how fast he is. And that should be pretty fun because he does get pretty fast. So 2 more. So boom. That is now max speed. That is the rate at which he goes. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, I'll show you a little bit later on how you can get this guy going even faster. Like, I think 9 times as fast as he's currently going. So 9 times as fast on top of what we've already got, obviously. We'll put the power in to make sure that we're not going to be using too much power in this guy. He reckons he only needs 86 mil of forge energy per tick. That is an incredibly small amount. So this guy has 2, right? 2 of each. So let's go ahead and order 6 more. Which I think he'll craft pretty much straight away, right? 6 more of each. There we go. Yeah, he's not even... Oh, no, there we go. He's using 200 forge energy per tick. That's not too bad. That's like petty change. So chuck that in there. Speed that guy up. Okay, whew, exciting. Okay, we're back. I had a little break, so sorry if the switch, you know, like the sway of things is off, but we're back. Okay, so how do we make these guys bigger and better and better and bigger? Well, we need tier upgrades. So if we go along the pages here, we need these guys right there. So we need a basic tier. Oh god, it's switched the page on me. I've been trolling. All right, basic tier, advanced, elite, and ultimate. The ultimate and whatnot we might struggle to craft, but we'll see. We'll see if we can get it done. If we can automate all of these, it's actually gonna be massive for the next few episodes. Now, these allow you to upgrade your machines directly. I can apply the basic tier upgrade to my enrichment chamber, and what it will do is it will automatically upgrade it to the basic enriching factory. So you sort of have to decide whether you want to automate the finished product or whether you automate the upgrader. Or, honestly, we could probably do both. We could probably get away with doing both because these guys I want to place the upgrade tiers on because we've already got them configured and whatnot. And you can actually use the, I should say, there is a configuration card from Mekanism which will copy your configuration across. So I could just copy it, replace the thing, and that would work. But I want to show off these tier upgrades. But if we do want to make like 200 of each machine, we probably want them pre-applied, this little upgrade. But for now, let's get this guy running. So, first tier we can do. It's going to be some planks, some control circuits and whatnot. I might as well do exact so it uses only oak planks. That should be fine. Then the advanced tier, We have almost everything, but we need these guys here. Advanced control circuits. So we'll bookmark that. And this guy's just infused alloys and basic control circuits. So once again, pretty easy. We can get that done. So we've got basic, we've got advanced. Next is elite tier. Once again, we have everything except for these little elite control circuits. These are going to cost the advanced ones and reinforced alloys, which once again, we've already got automated. So that's pretty fine. Like that guy we've got here. So, you know, it'll get there in the end. And then finally, the ultimate tier. So this guy, of course, pretty much the same that we just saw before. We'll need those guys. Cool. So the only problem we'll have here is whether or not we can actually craft all of those things that we've got recipes for. Because I think some of it needs like crushed obsidian. And I don't quite know if we added that. For example, this stuff here requires, where is it? Enriched obsidian, which is refined obsidian in an enrichment chamber. Sure, whatever. Refined obsidian is this. Oh, you know what? We might have had that. Hold on. we might have that. Let's search obsidian. Refined obsidian. No, we cannot create this from thin air. I would require some obsidian dust. Obsidian dust. So I think we want the mechanism stuff. No, we just need normal dust. Because this guy uses that. Cool. So I just need obsidian dust. Easily done. Yeah, it actually is easily done. This recipe in the enrichment chamber, don't mind if I do. We can make that happen. This is good. I want to we'll fully automate all of these things. And then the next episode potentially will mass produce all the stuff. I will say some of these have a lot more steps. So the mass producing may not take place next episode, but at least will be like that little step closer. So we'll add this recipe. Beautiful. And you're in the enrichment chamber. Cool. Okay. So if I search tier, we can then attempt to order one of each. So one of you, one of you, one of you, and one of you. Now, there is a risk in ordering all these things at once. The risk is that this guy fills up with a bunch of stuff that don't necessarily go in at the same time. And we may see an example of that, or we might not. I'm not too sure. But it is good to keep a note that ideally for this, you will have multiple metallurgic infusers, one for each recipe completely, or set this guy up to work one recipe at a time. So we may do that. We'll see how we go at the moment, but it does run into issues. It just does. It runs into issues. So we'll see how we go here. But just, I guess, be aware of that as a possibility, especially with this guy, because he might have all the infused alloys in him, but for some reason he needs osmium. Like that could very easily happen. So for now, we seem to be good, but yeah, I should address that because this is very much like just a quick setup, but yeah, I probably should do that. It's fine. It's fine. Do I want to do that quickly? Yeah, I think we can. All I would have to do is, it's actually really easy. Let's go ahead and grab some reader. I love me some integrated dynamics. Now, you could do this with you know what? I love integrated. Let's just use a comparator. Let's use tiny redstone. Let's grab this guy. I think it's got a comparator on it. We'll grab this guy as well. Grab out this, grab out a comparator, grab out a repeater, grab out that. Cool. So this guy here goes there. He's got what? A repeater on him. Awesome. I'm going to pick up all of this stuff. Pick up that as well. We're going to place a tiny comparator because this will obviously read the, oh God, I think I can spin them. This will read the inventory of that guy. So can I? No. Okay. What if I? That's fine. Everything's fine. Place this back down. Pick this up. Fly in the sky like a diamond. Look down here. Beautiful. Got it. All right. So that guy's going to read the inventory of the barrel. It will then output redstone facing this way. We'll look in here and make sure that it goes out of this and into that. Oh, actually, better yet, we will have a tiny repeater. So once again, we'll jump up here. Go boop. That goes there. Then we'll place our redstone. So once again, he'll go there. Boom, boom. We'll place our other panel here. Pick those up. So we'll place our redstone there. And then we will turn around and run that into the machine there. And we'll obviously go ahead and connect that. Disconnect that. And this should work. So when there's an item in here, redstone will be applied to the diamond crafter. So if we do pulse inserts next set, then what will happen is when there's items in here, redstone's applied. So it's a redstone signal, not a pulse. Once the item's taken out, redstone signal stopped. That completes the pulse, and then the next item comes in. So that should be fine. That should work from now on. Cool. Also, are we done already? We are. Oh, let's take these out. Okay, so once again, I don't think you can actually do it to this guy. We can try. Oh, you can infuse it. Was this always a thing? Maybe it was. Okay, well, it's yeah, you know what? I think this was always a thing. I might be thinking of like these dissolution chambers and stuff. But anyhow, as you can see, now you can do 3 at once. There's an auto sort button that will obviously split up whatever you put in. So you put in 9 iron in this slot, it will automatically distribute it to be 3 each to process them all at once. And guess what? You guessed it. We can send it to the advanced tier, which has 5, the elite tier, which has 7, and the ultimate tier, which has 9 spots for items to go. Pretty ridiculous. Now, if you left this guy, this guy can run into problems. More problems than the guy that we used to have, the single slot one. Let me try and think of an example. You know what? I've got it. If we had enriched diamond going into here, right? Let's say we didn't have it doing 1 recipe at a time. Honestly, even doing 2 recipes at a time, this could happen. Yeah, we may be in a problem. The enriched diamond, right? This guy can turn infused alloy into reinforced alloy and obsidian dust into refined obsidian dust. I guess maybe it's not a problem. That's not a problem. I might be overlooking it. Because I guess if either iron or osmium are going in here, I mean, I want them both to transform. Whether the redstone's meant for one or the other, it should be fine. I think it's fine. I'm just trying to see, is there any other issue that could take place? No, I don't think so. I think we're good. Yeah. I think we're fine. Okay. Well, if we're ever not fine, I'll be sure to update you guys. Okay, but yeah, cool. So that's pretty good. Obviously, I mean, chances are you already know what's about to happen here. We want at least one of these maintained in the system at all times so that we can just upgrade our machine. So we'll jump over here. We'll search tier, go to the second page, and drag one of each in. I'll place them down here. Why not? That'll look nice. Nice and pretty. So they'll go there. That should hopefully order 1 each. Advanced tier and solar. They're all being made. Cool. They look nice as well. I do like the visuals of them. I don't know what they're meant to represent, whether it's like a little cartridge or something, a little computer chip, I guess. Anyhow, how's this guy going? Enrichment chambers, enriching. And then I guess this guy will be infusing quite soon. That's assuming that everything's working. Yeah, everything's working. Oh, look at that beast. Now, it will use more power depending on how many things are running at once, I believe. I think so. But yeah, oh, how cool. That thing just shredded all the recipes there. And sure enough, we've got... Oh, actually, yep, there we go. That's the last one. Cool. So, boom, 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 boom. This guy's going to light up again, but let's go ahead and upgrade him to be ultimate tier. Set auto sort on. By the way, the visuals for these guys are pretty nice. I love me a 3D texture. That's why I like something small at the front that doesn't take up the whole face, so you can actually see what's happening. I get I can put it on a different side or something, but yeah, I guess it's my fault. I should probably just put the importers on the back. It's really not that much work to do that. Let's do that. Come on, let's be smart about this. Let's open this guy up. The back is going to be output. Same with this guy. Let's see if we're allowed to open him up. Make the back output. Getting a little bit of a network lag. That's concerning. Let's you need to be opt to use crash utilities. Okay. I'll do that later. All right, let's pick up these guys. You and you. Cables. Ultra importers. I should just be able to go boom, boom, and boom, boom. And that should work. And then on the front, we place these two, and then we can at least see when they're running. You know, we can look at them. Cool. Sweet. All right, well, there we go. That's almost all of it done. I still do want to automate. Oh god, it's gonna be. I mean, we're already at wrapping up point, and I'm happy to wrap up here in terms of we've done a decent amount. We've got what we want automated, but I mean, that's a lot of work. Once we get to sulfuric acid, it gets messy. It really does. How much sulfur do we have? We do have some. That's gonna be a whole task in of itself. I could just automate every mechanism machine that I think we're gonna need, and then next episode we just have to craft them. That's not a bad idea. Should I just do that? Let's do it. Let's automate the crusher. So you'll be that recipe. The steel case. Do I even have lava buckets automated? We'll see. The steel casing. We'll get that guy. What are you? Lava bucket. I'm guessing we don't, right? No, we don't have lava buckets automated. We'll do that next episode. That's fine. So that's the crusher. Yep. Crusher's done. Enrichment's done. Metallurgic's done. Purification chamber. That uses an enrichment chamber. So grab that as well. So that's all done. That's done. Chemical injection. That uses a purification chamber. I think I just auto-crafted that as well. And then chemical dissolution chamber uses steel casing and some chemical tanks, as well as some refined obsidian ingots. The chemical tanks are quick and easy. And the refined obsidian ingot needs an osmium compressor. So we'll bookmark that. We'll grab this recipe. Refined, that's all good. You go there. Awesome. Osmium compressor, grab that. Cool. That's pretty good. We'll add those recipes in. Most of them, obviously, that refined ingot we're going to have to place in a separate machine. I could probably hook that machine up, to be honest. We could probably do that this episode. It wouldn't take too long. That's all recipe, that's all recipe, that's recipe, that's recipe, that's ingredients. Or processing recipe, I guess. Osmium compressor, let's get that guy ordered. And we might as well, yeah, we'll hook it up here. This is going to be our small scale auto crafting. So, should still be fine. Let's grab a crafter. Let's grab an exporter. We don't need to use Ultra. Look, I'm not going to... we could. Nah, stack upgrade will probably take care of it. Alright, so, you go there. Boom, boom, boom. Osmium compressor, you go there. This guy requires osmium in him, so we're going to go ahead and clear all the sides. The bottom will be input. The back will be extra. Perfect. And the... Where do I put the osmium? I could add it to the recipe. Yeah. Let's have the back be output. Bottom be input. Oh no, but then I've got to do the same thing with the distributor. No, let's do back extra. No, let's do back output, and let's do maybe top as extra. Yeah, that'll be fine. So that way the importers are all there looking nice. The exporter's up here. He gets a cable. This guy's going to go ahead and get osmium. Well, I should double check. So this guy needs osmium, which you get from either osmium blocks, chemical tanks with osmium, or just osmium. So I think just osmium is fine. That can go there. We can grab a crafting upgrade. Let's order 10 of those. I thought we had those requested, but maybe we do, maybe we don't. Not the end of the world. So that should remain in here. Cool. This guy will get power. Awesome. The recipe will go there. Sweet. And then on top of that, we will chuck in our tier upgrades. So you, and you. Then I go boom, 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 boom. And this guy is now set up. He's on auto. And we should be good. I should be able to auto craft most things next episode. There are a few other things I'll need. I really don't need to be automating this, but I guess I can say auto. Yeah, I don't know. I probably shouldn't be automating them this episode. It's fine. We're in too deep. I might as well. Oh, that's auto-craftable. These are just a bunch of dust and stuff. That's all fine. That's all well and good. I'll put those elsewhere in a second. So this is an electrolytic separator that we are crafting. This will turn water into oxygen and hydrogen. That is important for, I believe, the purification station. If you recall, at the quick look, it needs a gas, like that guy needed osmium, and this guy needs oxygen. So you can actually get that from flint. Well, that's an option. We might just fill this guy with flint. Alrighty. Bookmark that and try to put 2 and 2 together next episode. Yeah, that's not bad. Flint. We've got a lot of flint, don't we? Yeah. I think we're probably trashing a bunch of flint as well. Okay. Alright. It's on the table. It's a possibility. What else do we need? Obviously, we need sulfuric acid. This has a big chain of events. Can we use this sulfuric acid? No. No, not currently. This sulfuric acid, though, you get from a chemical infuser. Water vapor, we'll get that from we'll get that from a decondensator, because that'll turn water into vapor. That makes sense. It'll decondensate that. Alright, so the rotary condensator can turn a liquid into a gas or a gas into a liquid. It has 2 options. So the water vapor we will get from deconcentrating water. Once again, it says hot chocolate. Take my word for it. It's water. So that's fine. That's one. The other thing, chemical infuser, we've got that there. This thing here is chemical infuser again. Sulfur dioxide, that's going to be a chemical oxidizer, and then we're good. That should be every machine used in the next episode, and as you can see, all of them beautifully, easily craftable. We'll need those 2 things. Almost. We almost had it. Energy tablets, boom. Basic fluid tank. The tanks in Mekanism are pretty nice as well. They're not too bad. And a chemical oxidizer. This guy needs dynamic tank, personal barrel. Cool. What's that? Tank. Dynamic tank. I think that's a multi-block tank by the looks of things. And the personal barrel is like a secure, locked inventory. A 54 slot barrel that can be opened anywhere, even from your own inventory. That's actually pretty cool. It just happens we've got a billion other mods that are pretty cool as well. Let's change this. Let's be smart about this. Let's search oak. And what we'll do is slab, and then planks. And we'll do that. We'll set it to exact, so it uses the right stuff. And that should be good. All of these are just crafting recipes. They can go back in the system. And that, my friends, you may notice I am losing my voice, but that is fine because... Oh, wow, this guy's filled to the brim. Because... What are these, by the way? Diamond crafters. We'll switch them to netherites. That will likely happen. How much? What's the... Yeah, okay. That's fine. Right, everything's fine. Why are you facing that way? Come on, man. Come on. Alright, boom. Boom. Cool. Okay, well. There you have it. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. How's this guy going, actually? I haven't checked in on him for a while. How much are we looking at? Redstone-wise. Oh, I've opened this chest. I think that happened before. The game sort of froze when I opened the chest. That's slightly concerning. I will admit that. I'll admit that what I'm looking at the moment could be a problem. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we've got a million gunpowder. Lots of items coming in at once. We have a lot of stone, a lot of sticks. We also have 394,000 redstone. That's pretty good. Okay, so... Okay. What should I void from this, by the way? What do you think I should get rid of? I think things with tags I should get rid of. As in, this guy has a bunch of NBT, the instruction manuals, and we've got 4,000 of those. Do you think it's worth me voiding those? What do you guys reckon? So I think that might be the play up. There's also a bunch of experience that doesn't get sucked up. Oh, this guy... Are we out of books? We're out of books. Why are we out of books? Huh? We're out of power. That'll do it. That'll get you out of books. Alright. Alright, books are back on the menu. And that should be experience back on the... Alright, cool. But yeah. So is that all the redstone we needed? How much did I need for an infinite storage part? No, we need... 150,000 more, so we're pretty much there. The one episode, we got 300,000. Next episode, we'll have the redstone required. And then we just have to work on the other stuff. Look at them go. I love that stuff. And listen, I looked at the comments halfway through this episode when I did that little cut earlier, and I said I was back. I realized I'd forgotten to check the comments. You guys seem to like the idea of us really turning this into more of a monster than it already is. I honestly don't know if we can handle double this. Let alone some of you saying 32 spawners. We'll see. We'll see. Listen. We'll see. lots of fun to be done. Okay. Yeah. So what first noise that I heard one of them make. What do we want to do here? Are we good? I think we're good. I think we're wrapped up. We've got all the stuff we want. This is it, automated. This is Mekanism. Everything in Mekanism automated currently. I think I can craft everything from this. Obviously there's gases and stuff that need different materials, but I think the basics we've got. I can double check the Mekanism tab, see what we're looking at here, because there should be a bunch of ticks on everything, right? Or not? Huh? Oh no, that's fine. Oh yeah, I haven't actually crafted those yet. All we've done is craft this and this. All of this stuff has remained in the system. We pulled out all the tiers. They've got ticks on them. We've got the upgrades down here. They have ticks. Yeah. Sweet. Cool. I'm happy. I'm good. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. Hopefully you're still enjoying the series. As you can see, I mean, the fact that Mekanism was just added, and the Aether was added as well, I do want to check that out, but I might wait a little while. We might Mekanism up. Someone may have to remind me in the future to touch on the Aether, because I can see myself missing it, I guess, or forgetting. Is there a quest for it? Not currently. I imagine in exploration it would be there when it is added. If it is added, I would assume it would be, but who knows. Cool. Very fun. So thank you guys for watching. We are. Let me double check. I've actually got my browser open at the moment. Let's have a look. What are we sitting at? Come on. 12,016 people have subscribed. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully you've enjoyed your time. Hopefully you've enjoyed your stay. I realize not all 12,000 people are here right now. That would be ridiculous. But thanks for stopping by. If you happen to see this in the future, thanks for stopping by. If you happen to see this in the past, I don't know how you did it, but thank you. How do I? Well, I guess thanks for stopping by. I don't really have to change my tense, do I? Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed, don't feel pressured. It's okay. You know, if you've just stopped by to check out this video, you're like, oh, what's happening with the Mekanism? Welcome. Hope you had fun. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully it was a good time. I really do enjoy making these videos. I'd like to think I'd still be making these videos if it was just me by myself. I don't think it would happen nearly as often, obviously, because it would just sort of be like not as worth it. But the fact that there are people that watch every single episode, or even like just different people watching each episode, it's awesome. It genuinely is cool. It is really cool. That's obviously why I do it as often as I do and try to do it as often as I do. There's a few days I miss, but you know, those are just you've got to take a few here and there just to make sure that you keep your spirits up and whatnot. You don't want it to be a chore, and currently it's not a chore. It genuinely is not. I love it. And the thing that I love about it is that like I enjoy playing games with my friends and doing all that sort of stuff, watching videos and whatnot. When like my favorite YouTuber makes a new video, it's like I love to go and watch his episodes and stuff, or even watching someone stream or something like that. Like that's all good, but some days there's no upload, or you know, some days the friends are busy, they're doing something else. Some days, I watched the last episode, the new episode isn't out yet or something. This I can always just sit down and record a video. It's consistent, it's always there, and it's so much fun. And thank you guys for being there as well. In the comments, even not in the comments, just knowing that people have watched the video, like, I understand. I watch videos all the time. I don't leave comments all the time, so I get that there's people watching, there's people that are enjoying it, that are having fun, and honestly, chances are I'll never hear a peep from them. I'll never hear a word until something goes wrong. But like that's expected. The silence realistically should speak louder than the words, because you must be doing something right. You know what I mean? Whereas if I had a bunch of comments being like, I hate you, I loathe you, then it's like, okay, we're doing something wrong. People are voicing their opinion, but we're good. We're good. So I wanted to make that clear because, yeah, while we are still a small channel, I think it is nice to say things like this. Obviously, once we're a big channel, the ego kicks in, and I will no longer care about any of you. Nah, we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, right? All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, of course, to our donators and our channel members. Thank you to our tier 3 channel members, Melizzi, Andre, and Final Phoenix 13. I'll have a quick look, see if we've got any noticeable updates in regards to that. I don't think we do. I think we're good. Just double checking, because once again, it doesn't notify you, so I have to study the list every time. Sweet. Thank you guys. Does it even say how many we have? 15 channel members, 12,016 subscribers, and hold on, this is a good one. Wait for it. Wait, how do I click it? And real time. Hold on. Oh, I guess it says it there. Hold on. Oh god, I clicked the wrong button. And 11,301 people have watched my stuff in the last 48 hours. So, welcome. All right. Hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next one, and hopefully you're enjoying the Mekanism. I understand if you watched a few series, and a few seasons, depending on like what YouTube you watch. A lot of this stuff's probably repetitive. Obviously, most of you guys probably know how this stuff works, but I don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. For some reason, I still enjoy talking about it. So I'm guessing you guys don't mind listening to it. The only problem is when I make mistakes from like memory and I'll say something wrong. And then like the comments are like, no. And I'm like, no. All right, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.